Carol, did you know that you're not supposed to start a podcast talking about the weather?
And I suppose we are breaking that rule today?
Yeah, because I think we should, because snow, piles and piles of snow.
Oh, yes. Do you ever remember them naming winter storms like this one is Winter Storm Fern?
No, no, I think
No.
that's hoopla.
Well, and this reminds me, even though I'm old, of the blizzard of 78,
Oh my gosh, I remember the blizzard of 78.
the
I had
storm of
just
all
I had
storms.
just learned to drive and it was terrible. It was terrible here too.
I was in college and they shut down the university for 2.5 days. But
I
anyway,
can see that. Anyway, so anything else we want to say about it? It's cold
well,
here. What's the temperature in Indianapolis?
when I went out this morning, it was 12.
It's 9 degrees Fahrenheit in Oklahoma, and the next 2 nights are going to be -5.
That is very cold. And so
That's
I'm
really cold.
I'm double checking my temperature here because I'm competitive, Dee. I'm just kidding. It is still 12. It's
You
going
are
to
so
get to
competitive.
15.
There is no kid. Well, I'm up to 12 now from 9. Yay. Okay, let's get started.
But the high
Welcome.
temperature tomorrow, by the way, before we get started,
Yes, dear.
6 degrees on Monday.
Yeah, mine's going to be terrible too. Welcome to the Garden Angelus, where we chat about flowers, veggies, and all the best dirt. I'm Dee Nash from Guthrie, Oklahoma, and I still have a large garden out in the country. It has not shrunk itself.
I'm Carol Michael from Indianapolis, Indiana. I have a suburban garden measured in square feet. It's about a third of a snow-covered acre.
Oh, it's snow covered here too. We are Garden Angelus because we love gardening and we want you to love it too.
Yes, we do. And we aren't afraid to spill all of our gardening secrets. The good, the bad, even the ugly, the warm, the cold, all of it. Let's move on to this week's episode. Good morning, Dee.
Good morning, Carol. It's Sunday morning, and they canceled Mass in the Archdiocese for the first time since COVID. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
And I want to show you my fingernails because I never have fingernails because of, gardening, right?
Right.
But there is no gardening when it's this snowy. And she asked me what color I wanted to put on. And I said, I don't know. And she goes, well, we have this new one. And it's called Veil, like a veil, right? And I said, yeah, let's do it in honor of the snow.
There you
And
go.
so we did.
Well,
And
let's talk about.
let me talk about my teacup too.
It's lovely.
Isn't
Lovely
it pretty?
China.
Look
Yes.
at this. Real China. Yeah.
I just have my seed packet mug in honor of our
Which is
topic.
adorable. That's in honor of our topics. Mine's in honor of the snow. All right. What are we going to say? Garden updates. Garden updates. You
Okay. So I've watered all my houseplants. Microgreens are growing. Had some delicious ones last night. I did bring in a pot of the snowdrops that I had out in the garage to see if they'll bloom. And I've put them isolated because I didn't want if they have bugs on them, I didn't want those bugs to be on other things. And I know the reticulated irises have something squishy and green on them. So anyway, and I've been keeping the bird feeders filled, which is rather heroic on days like today.
Cool.
So how about your garden?
Me too. I filled the bird feeders for Bill, and they're going to go through all that, I'm sure, today because it's cold out there and snowy, and there's cardinals everywhere and red-winged blackbirds and chickadees and all kinds of creatures out there.
Yep, out in mine too.
Houseplants got watered. I've been taking care of Bill. He's feeling a lot better, but he still takes a lot of care, and that's about it.
Well, and because I saw you were at a sushi restaurant with Bill.
Yeah, we got to go out to eat at the sushi restaurant. It's the first place we've been, and we did it because it was getting ready to snow. So we thought we'd go out and eat. I feel a little, when it's this snowy and I can't really get out, I get a little cabin fever.
And you do live in a log cabin, so it is true cabin fever.
I do, for real.
Well,
so let's talk about our favorites. What's your favorite?
Okay, Dee. I built 2 new Lego sets, and I'm going to show you them.
Can't wait to see them.
This
Calla
is
lily.
That's the peace lily.
Oh, the peace lily.
Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Looks better than any real peace lily I've ever seen in my life.
It will never wilt, fade, etc. And then, because I'm that way, I also built these are new sets for January.
I like that one. The tulips.
Tulips.
Beautiful.
They look
Beautiful.
they look pretty real, don't they?
They almost look real. Yeah. And
It,
they
it,
won't flop or fade either, which
no,
is
it's a
awesome.
pretty
Set.
robust set, and it's also a fairly easy build. I would almost recommend this one to a beginner.
I think a beginner could definitely build that tulip set because I've built enough of them and I know what all the parts are, like you do. So, okay, my favorite. I would have to say it's the birds at the bird feeder. I've taken videos of them, I've taken pictures of them, I've put them on Instagram as stories, I've sent them to friends. And I have one more thing. Okay, so my friend in Bulgaria took a walk today and he sent me a picture of snowdrops.
Cool.
Yeah, he goes, "Do you know what these are?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah, I do. Snowdrops." I said, "I cannot grow them." He goes, "I saw them on my walk." So that was
The
nice.
snowdrops are buried under the snow at my house, except that little pot that I brought in. And my bird feeders, I haven't seen as many cardinals as you, but I have a lot of other little birds. And lately, there's a couple of woodpeckers that come, and
I
so I
have a
have
woodpecker.
and
Yeah.
it just goes to town on that suet cake.
Yeah, they love suet cakes and they love big like the peanuts. They like the peanuts. I also saw a blue jay today. Right now I'm watching a black-capped chickadee jumping around in the fountain. So I think it's all these trees. I think that's why I have so many
Yeah.
wonderful birds here.
Well, my Japanese lilac tree out there, when I lean back, I bet there's 20 birds sitting in there waiting for the feeder, which is
Yeah, they wait here in the trees and on top of the arbors with the vines. They
uh-huh.
wait there too. So that's kind of cool.
Okay, question of the week.
Should I brush snow off of my shrubs?
No,
Mm-mm.
absolutely not. You'll make
Mm-mm.
matters worse if you try to remove the snow because it's freezing out there, literally, and so the branches are frozen and they can snap pretty quick. And they might snap under the weight of the snow and you can clean that up
Sure.
later. But for now, don't mess with those shrubs. It's it's too late to cover them. You did not go to Quebec City.
No, I had kids graduating from college and high school that month.
Well, they get like feet of snow every winter.
Right.
And they had people who had big U's, and these were like completely flat tabletops cut U's of hedges. And they
Sure.
said that they put like a canvas over them in the wintertime to protect
To
them.
keep the snow from coming down inside of them.
Yes. And
Yeah, I can
so
see that.
that's not something we do here. This is,
Mm-mm.
this is just hopefully a once in a generation snowfall.
Yeah, no kidding. Also, I'll take a picture of my U's out front, which are not clipped. They're just natural,
Uh-huh.
and show you guys what it looks like with this much snow on it. It does not hurt them. It might look like it's really weighing down the branches, but it's they're okay. Trees are
Yeah.
used to having snow,
Yeah.
unless they're
Yeah.
Florida trees. And then
Yeah.
that's a whole other deal.
And ice. Ice is a whole other deal as well.
Ice, I've done ice too, and I don't ever want to do ice again. That was terrible. All right. Do you want to move on to the insect of the week or you want to talk some more about snow on shrubs?
No, I want to talk about the insect of the week.
Okay, I'm going to ask it and then you. Oh, it's
Okay.
a joke. You do it.
What do you get when you cross an alligator with a slug?
The larval stage of the green lacewings. That's
It
true.
wasn't it wasn't intended to be a joke, but I was
But it
like,
kind of is a joke.
well, I
It's
was trying to think
great.
what
Like a
insect?
riddle.
What insect? And I looked up beneficials and there were green lacewings. And I've seen green lacewings around. Um,
Lacewings.
Lacewings. They feed on pollen and nectar and they're green and they have little lacy wings. But they said the larva, and this was from Old Farmer's Almanac site. It says when you mix a slug and an alligator, you get what is the soft-bodied garden pest,
Garden beneficial.
garden beneficial that feeds on garden pests, the green lacewing. And so I thought, well, that's kind of fun.
And I have pictures. I don't know where they are, so I don't know that I'll get one for the newsletter, but I have pictures of lacewing eggs, which hang down from like various, well, I often see them on milkweed because they love to eat caterpillars and stuff. And so they're beautiful. They hang down like little droplets. They're very pretty.
So, Dee, if you're going to tease us with a picture of green lacewing eggs,
I
you
need to
better
go find it.
deliver. You better deliver, girlfriend.
I guess so. And you know what? You better go find a quote because we missed one.
Oh, yeah, we did miss one. I have a quote for us. I have
Okay,
one.
good.
Give me two.
Good.
You just kind
Two
of
shakes,
chatter.
shakes of a lamb's tail. I will try to find the green lacewing egg photo,
Don't do
Colleen.
that while we're talking here.
No, not while we're talking, but I'll try to find one. Okay, well, I could just talk about how much snow there is outside.
We
There's snow
cannot have this
everywhere.
whole episode be about snow, can we?
It's
Well,
our
we could.
podcast. We could, I guess, but it probably wouldn't be for the best.
No, this would
Oh,
be like,
Carol, you
oh
make
God,
me
I can't
laugh.
listen to this anymore.
Do you have our quote
Uh,
yet?
I have a quote. I have a quote. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go.
I wonder, is there enough time to change the flowers? Fresh flowers are very calming and always brighten up a room. And that is from the book that I was listening to this morning while doing a small amount of snow removal. The Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies by Allison Goodman. And I wrote
That's
that down
cute.
because I liked it.
It's a good one. All right, so we're going to talk about flowers, and we're going to talk about the national winners and regional winners of All American selections.
Yes. And so
And these are the seeds we got.
yes, to grow and trial. And some of them we've gotten before, but some of them are new. And so I thought we'd go down through our list and talk about, hey, what are you excited about growing? And for my list, I only got national winners in the flowers. How about you?
I got some regional winners of the nasturtiums, which I grew all three of these last year.
I did not get nasturtiums again.
How about if I send you these seeds? Because it was your birthday last week.
It was my
So
birthday last
everyone
week.
tell happy birthday to Carol. Happy birthday, Carol. I
Thank
will
you.
send you baby gold, baby yellow, and baby red because you know what? I've grown them already. I grew
Okay.
them last year. I may even have pictures of them. I don't know. Okay, so do you want to start?
Well, start. Let's go through the C's of the national winners. They sent me the Celosia's Burning Embers and Flamma Pink.
Mm-hmm.
I grew those from seed before, tiny, tiny seeds, but fairly easy to grow. And they were beautiful, especially as you went into late summer, that pop of orange on Burning Embers and that pink.
I love burning embers. I did not get Flamma Pink last time. I got Flamma Orange, which I've done
got
twice.
Flamma Pink. And so I wonder if Flamma Pink is like new for 2026.
I'm going to guess it is.
Okay, well, you
And now we're
go
going to move on to the coleus. And then again, it's premium sun coral candy. They love this coleus. You grew this coleus. I found it so slow, it made me crazy, but I grew this coleus. It's a great, but it's a really pretty coleus. It is pink and orange. It's really pretty. Center is pink.
Again, here's what I love about them sending us these seeds.
Uh-huh.
Some of these I would not have, I'll call it the courage to try them myself.
Right. I wouldn't buy them because I'd be scared. But you know what? It wasn't hard to grow them. It's just they just took a long time.
Yes.
And then we move on to a dahlia, Black Forest Ruby, which I've never grown.
Wait a minute. I got a coreopsis.
Oh, I'm sorry. So did I. Sun Globe?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that one is a perennial or an annual coreopsis. I'm going to look at it real quick while you stare at me.
And I'm going to talk about the dahlia while you look at that. So the dahlia is Black Forest Ruby, and it's grown from seed. There you go.
So Sun Globe is a perennial. That'll be fun.
It will be fun.
And you know what, Dee?
What?
It's shorter.
Yeah, which is good.
It's new for 2020. It's 2026, and it's only going to get 12 to 18 inches tall.
Wow, that's really short.
Okay, that's going to go front of the border.
Yeah, indeed. All right. So do you want to say anything about that dahlia? Did you grow that dahlia?
You know what? I didn't grow that from seed last year. And
I didn't either.
I'm not a big dahlia grower. I don't know how long it takes to get to flower.
A long time.
Although
they have to have a lot of heat, but maybe it's a faster version. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
Let's talk about the dianthus.
I'm going to try the dahlia for the interest of our listeners.
Okay, you do that. All right. The dianthus is supra cherry picotee.
Yes.
And we've grown that one before, right? Haven't we?
Yes. Yes, we
Yeah,
have.
it was a good one.
It was a very good one. Well, wait a minute. Before I say it was a very good one, I want to double check that yes, yes,
Yeah,
I did grow that one from seed.
I
And
remember it.
I believe that that one is also, let me double check my things. Where is that one? Dianthus supra. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
You
did
liked
that
it,
one.
right?
I
Yeah.
did. It's an annual. It was very lovely.
Now we have impatiens, which are Solarscape extra large pink jewel. And I don't know anything about Solarscape, and I assume it's a group because it's a registered name, registered trademark. But I was going to say that pink jewel, I've not grown this one. I think this is new, but I bet that it is resistant to that fungus.
Yeah, that wilt or whatever was
Yes,
that
bacterial wilt.
that was a
I said
powdery
fungus.
mildew.
It
It
was
was a
okay.
powdery.
Yeah. Okay. A bad thing that happened to impatiens.
Yes. Yeah, the bad thing.
They all turned black one year and everybody, then they didn't grow them for a while and it was kind of a bummer.
Well,
Okay.
I'm
Have you grown that?
recalling that I've grown that one. The
Yeah.
next one I haven't. The kale ruby boar.
No, I've not grown it. But Ruby, one of the boars is in that red, but I think it's red boar. So now they come up with ruby boar. I know nothing about it, but it looks great. I mean, I'm sure it's great. I love kale.
That's the thing we should tell people why we're excited about these. It's because these have already been trialed and they've already won an award. So
And
you know,
Nashville.
yeah. This one, D, it's yeah. This one's really pretty. I think we're going to include a picture of this one in the newsletter. Now,
Okay.
here's the thing. Growing kale is like growing broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage
It's a little easier, but
and
it does get trouble with,
it's
bugs.
it's
I'm
like
looking
this
it
is
up.
like a silvery bluish gray with just a hint
Oh,
of
that's pretty.
of of ruby color mixed in there. Yeah.
That's
I,
really pretty.
I'm
And
gonna
you could
try
use
it.
it as a decorative and you could also probably eat it if you want to. Okay.
I Yeah,
I
it
know
said
you don't.
what it did. It won in both ornamental and vegetable trials,
Yeah.
first time ever. And I'm like, it's too pretty to eat.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's a curly kale. Not to be confused with dinosaur kale, but it's the color of dinosaur kale with a little bit of pink in it. It's really pretty.
Yes.
Okay, next. Marigold Mango Tango.
Did you get that one?
Yep.
I did too.
What's because of the national one,
Yeah, these are all national, so they probably sent these to everybody.
which I love. Oh, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty.
Well, describe it because people are listening,
Okay, I'm
Dee,
sorry. I'm
not
sorry.
looking.
Not just looking at it. Okay. It has yellow on the edge of the petals and red in the center of the petals.
Okay.
So it looks like a ruffled skirt. It's very
I
pretty.
I'm definitely growing that one.
Yeah, me too. That one's definitely going to be in my. It reminds me a little bit of court jester, which I've grown before, but this one I think will be better.
Okay. Next one is
I grew this one last year.
Petunia Shake Raspberry. I
It might not have been the raspberry one, but I grew one of the shake petunias. And I tell you what, that was one of the best petunias I've ever grown in my life. And
again,
people
these
don't realize that you can, yeah, there's more than one kind of shake. Yeah, no, I grew this one. Shake raspberry is a bicolor and it's pink and yellow. It is truly one of the best petunias I ever grew. Petunias are not hard to grow from seed. People think they are. They just have very tiny seeds. I think they're extremely easy to grow, which should make sense to all of us because they are bedding plants, and almost all bedding plants that you can buy at your nursery are easy to grow seeds. That nurseries don't have time to deal with difficult things.
no,
Okay,
they do
ready?
not. Yes, Rudbeckia Claire Orange.
That one's new. We haven't grown that one before.
This one is an annual Rudbeckia. So this one would do great in a container, I think. And yeah, it says it's compact. This would be great in a container. I'm definitely going to put this in a container. Imagine this in a container and put that Flamma Orange Celosia with it.
Oh yeah. This
How
one
pretty.
has a green eye too, like Irish eyes. So that's cool. And it's a bicolored, it looks like it's a bicolored petal too. Nice.
It's very nice. Now, here's something I did not expect, a sedum on the list. Did you get a sedum?
No, I did. I did. Sedum spectacular.
Yes. And so the reason I think we got this is
Oh,
2026 is the year of the sedum.
sedum. Yeah.
And so
This one's small. It grows 12 to 14 inches tall, has light pink 3-inch flower clusters on strong stems because that type of sedum tends to flop like Autumn Joy does. And this one's shorter and is very upright. So cool.
that is cool.
Now,
Now
those
the next,
next two we've
oh yeah,
grown extensively. We should have
yes,
colors of those. It's Snapdragon Double Shot Orange Bicolor and Double Shot Yellow Red Heart. They were both fabulous. They were both easy to grow. They are a cool weather flower, though. And in my climate, that means that you have to start them pretty early and get them out there before it gets good and hot. And then
yeah,
sometimes you can put them in the shade, some shade, and they'll last, and then you can get better bloom out of them in the fall. Sometimes it depends on your soil, it depends on your water, depends on the year, the heat. So it's a depends thing.
yeah. And I definitely grew those, and I'm going to grow those again. I think I had the orange bicolor. I did not have yellow heart, or if I did, yellow red heart. I didn't grow it, but I'm going to.
Okay, so the next one is a verbena called Sweetheart Kisses. I grew this last year. I have a million pictures of it. This is my favorite annual from last year, other than
Oh,
zinnias.
I
It
don't think.
is,
Oh,
you're going to
oh,
be very excited. The colors are red, white, and pink, all kind of on the same group of plants. It is very disease resistant. It spills out of containers. It was very heat resistant. I just have all kinds of great things to say about that plant. One of my all-time favorites. I have a billion pictures.
very nice. Now
Billion.
the next one is a vinca, an annual
Uh-huh.
vinca, not the trailing vine thing. It's
Yeah, because
spear
we don't grow
polka
that.
dot. And actually, Dee, I was looking at the seed packets, and they're over there. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It has a.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at the seed packet. There it is, and it says Cath- Catharanthus roseus, and I thought, what
Huh.
is that? Catharanthus roseus,
Oh,
sphere
they've
polka
changed the
dot
name,
orange.
right?
Well, the botanical name is Catharanthus. I guess that's new, but the seeds are from India. Sphere polka
Interesting.
dot. White with just that little red dot in the center. That's going to be nice.
Hmm.
I'm going to grow that
Yeah,
one.
I like Vincas. They're great. Not the trailing perennial one. That one's awful. Okay, zinnias. We have the Crestar mix, which we've grown before. Profusion double white improved. Yes, grown the profusions, grown the white ones. Might be an improved version. I don't know. And then Zydeco Fire, I grew that 1 year too. Did
So
you grow
there
any
you
of those?
go. Not to my knowledge. I don't think I've gotten the Profusion Double White improved. I will grow them this year for sure.
Cool.
That is
So
it.
that's our flowers.
We're very excited. We apologize to our listeners because we're rattling off all these flower names. And here's the thing, just go out to the All America Winter site,
Yep.
look up the new plants
Yep.
for every single one. If the flower is available as
They have a
seed,
beautiful photo
well, if it's available as seed to purchase, they'll have a link and tell you where to
where
purchase
you
it.
can get it. And some of them you can. Because when I
Yeah.
was looking them up just on Google, it was showing me where you can buy them when you have the name.
If
So,
you can't buy them, ask at your local greenhouse to see if they're perhaps going to grow it, and then you might get them.
but they try when they give us this group, they try really hard to give us ones that people can get.
Yeah,
Because
I
what's
was
the
just
point otherwise?
looking up that Vinca sphere
Uh-huh.
polka dot, and when I was saying
Uh-huh.
that, I had that one on my screen. I'm thinking, that one does. It's from 2025. It doesn't have a seed source. Our
Oh
bad.
well. Okay, so I'm going to do the next quote and we're going to do the vegetables.
All
It
right.
was good to be in thrush green, good to feel the comfort of sunshine, flowers, and birds. Better still, it was good to realize no matter how dark the day, cheerfulness breaks in. That's from Miss Reed, Battles at Thrush Green. And if you have not read the Thrush Green series with Miss Reed, you have really done yourself a disservice and you need to immediately rectify that.
And I listened to that book a week and a half ago, which is why we ended up with that quote.
Thank you, because it's a good one that nobody has.
Exactly.
Vegetables. We're going to talk about the seeds they sent us for vegetables. And I'm going to tell you quickly, I got the Mountain Southwest region of
And
edibles.
I got some national winners.
I did
And
too.
then I got my region, I guess, is Great Lakes.
Cool. So the first thing I got was basil proviso, and I do love a good basil. I'll go
And
that.
this one is a 2026 winner. You can buy this at True Leaf Market, it says. Delicious, slightly anise flavored leaves, but stays tender longer. Has vigor. Now you like this. Heat tolerance. Slow to flower.
Got it.
So you'll want
Okay,
that
and
one.
then broccoli purple magic. I'm probably still not going to grow it.
You know
too hard
what?
to grow broccoli.
I made a valiant attempt.
Uh-huh.
And yeah.
Okay, and then they've got me Murasaki Fioretto cauliflower. Did you get that one?
I did. And I would like to say, before I say, oh, I am not growing that. I would like to say that
Uh-huh.
you can find these at Johnny's. You can find these at Territorial Seeds. Dee, the thing that's outstanding about this one is it's purple.
Oh, pretty.
And it's a heat tolerant variety.
Uh-huh.
So, and it maintains the striking color through various cooking methods.
Uh-huh.
So maybe, I'm getting my vegetable garden cathedral really spruced up this spring. Maybe I'll make a little bed and I'll put the purple magic broccoli and then I'll add this cauliflower and maybe that ornamental kale. And maybe I'll do something to cover them. Maybe I'll make like a little dome thing for them. And Dee's like,
Okay.
no, you won't, Carol. I might.
I'm listening and I'm like, well, sure you are.
I
Okay,
might.
the next thing was kohlrabi, and it's Constance, spelled with a K. Again, I'm not going to grow that, but I am going to grow some of the other stuff. So don't think I'm not going to grow anything.
Well, wait a minute.
Assuming I have somewhere to grow it.
If I'm going to have the cauliflower and the broccoli and the ornamental kale, why don't I just put this kohlrabi in there too? Because Dee, this one's also purple.
Yeah, there you go. Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, Dee's like, you're never doing that, Carol. You're totally making me do it.
Carol, I know you. Okay, peppers.
You know I'm doing it.
Okay. Did you get some peppers?
I did.
Because I'll grow all these.
Oh,
Pick
yeah,
and
I'm growing
Pop
these.
Yellow, Red Impact, and San Joaquin. I'll grow all those. San Joaquin is a jalapeno. That would be the only one I might not grow. I've grown the Pick and Pop Yellow before, and I've grown Red Impact before. They're both great peppers. I'm sure San Joaquin is great too.
I'm growing all three of these. They're going on my pepper list.
Okay. Squash, we got Green Lightning, which, if I remember right, is a type of zucchini.
I believe that is correct. It's a smaller.
Yeah.
Do you remember the cue ball and those round zucchinis?
I was going to say, is it a round one?
Yes. But it's got like little edges, I guess. You just have to see it. I did not grow this one. I am definitely going to grow this one because, yes.
Oh, it's cute. It's like, what is that? Patty pan. It's like a patty pan squash, and it's cute. It's green and light green, dark green and light green striped. It's a good one. And you can find the seeds at Territorial Seeds because I just saw them. Yes. And then sweet jade squash, which is also a zucchini.
No, it's a fall harvest one.
Oh, it is? See, yeah. I should have looked it up. And then thriller squash. What's it?
Well, thriller, first of all, sweet jade, I've gotten the seeds before, and I apologize. I'm not a winter squash girl. So no on that one.
Okay, now I'm looking at thriller. Oh, thriller is like a little pumpkin. We actually sold these pumpkins at the greenhouse. I didn't know that they were thriller variety, but they're like miniature pumpkins, almost look like gourds.
Yeah, again.
Yeah. Not quite a pumpkin, more like a squash. Square pumpkin.
I'm
not going to grow that. I don't grow pumpkins. I just buy them at the store.
I believe that I will probably, maybe my one sister, she grows pumpkin. I might give her those seeds.
That would be good. She could grow it. Okay, and then regional winners. Tell me what you got.
Okay, so I got a basil called Piedmont,
Cool.
and it is exceptional downy mildew resistance,
Uh-huh.
bushy plant, strong aroma, classic basil flavor. I'm going to grow this one. Definitely. It's a
Cool.
2025 winner.
Cool. I got a cayenne pepper called Wildcat. I've grown it before. It's a good one. I'm just not
Okay.
sure I have.
Ooh.
Let's see. Wildcat pepper. Yeah, it's a high yielding hybrid of a cayenne pepper.
Oh.
All right. What
I'm
did
really
you get? What?
I got tomato bada bing.
Me
2026
too.
winner. Oh, Dee. I know you don't eat many tomatoes anymore, but
No, I can eat tomatoes again. I can.
it's
I can eat them
cocktail
again.
sized.
Oh, cute. Cute, cute, cute.
It's an indeterminate plant, very disease
Small, though.
resistant. Very disease resistant.
Only gets 36 to 40 inches, the plant does. That's what I always
You know
thought.
what? I've got a container on my patio that I usually put a tomato in. I'm going to put that one in there.
I think I might do that too. And then I got a tomato called Tonatico.
I do not know Tonatico.
I don't know this one. I'm looking it up. Tico tomato. Let's look it up.
You look that up and I'll tell you about.
It's pretty. Oh, it's very pretty.
I didn't get it, so
It's a grape. No, not a grape. It's cherry tomato, and it has high yield, delicious fruits, great texture, disease resistant, less fruit cracking and splitting. Okay, well, I'm in. I love a good cherry tomato.
So I'm in for tomato zenzii, which is a Roma type,
Uh-huh.
disease resistance, less, you know how
Blossom
they,
and rot.
yes. So no spots, no blossom in rot. I'm in.
Yeah, give it a try.
I'm going to give that a try. Early maturing, high yielding Roma tomato. Definitely going to try zenzii.
That would totally change our lives if that one worked. Because that's one of my biggest, I hate growing Romas because they tend to do that blossom and rot thing, which drives me crazy.
Well, here's the thing. I'm thinking, did I have that last year? And I should keep better records, but I
don't remember.
You know what? I'm going to forget whether I had it or not because I didn't have a fabulous tomato year, and I'm going to grow it like it's the first time I've ever grown it and give it all the love it deserves.
Good deal. I also got a ruby fern watermelon. We'll see. That's all I'm going to say about that.
You don't like watermelon.
I don't like it, and I don't like to grow it. So chances are.
May I suggest you'd find a friend of yours to donate those?
Yes, I think I will donate those seeds to a friend of mine. Yes.
Let them grow them.
Yeah.
Anyway, we want to thank All American Selections National Garden Bureau for sending us all these seeds to try. I would say 80 to 90% of them, they are available in the trade. So if you have trouble finding a seed, you can reach out to us and we'll help you.
Cool. All right. You got to do a quote. Oh, and then I got to get our book out. Here it is.
Reading is an exercise in empathy, an exercise in walking in someone else's shoes for a while. And that is Mallory Blackman, a British writer who held the position of Children's Laureate from 2013 to 2015. Are you ready, Dee?
I'm ready. On our bookshelf this week is The Contemporary Cottage Garden, Climate-Friendly Mindful Methods for Growing Flowers and Food by Pamela Hubbard. Timber Press sent this to us. It comes out on February 10th, 2026. And we want to thank them for review copies. Pamela is our dear friend.
Yes.
She really is a beautiful friend.
I would like you to know that I've read this book cover to cover. A lot of times we haven't had a chance. I want you to flip to the back. Back.
Okay.
And
you have a quote on here.
Yes, I put a blurb. I read the entire book this past summer so that I could do a blurb for Pamela. She asked me to do that.
That's so nice.
I wrote. Are you going to read what I wrote, Dee?
Yes, if you've longed to have a neighbor who could gently teach you the how and why to garden, You will find that neighbor in the Contemporary Cottage Garden. Carol Michael, award-winning author.
Nice.
That's awesome. And Nancy Andra wrote one too.
Yes.
Love Nancy. And Jenny Rose Carey wrote one. I should say, Jenny Rose Carey and Pamela are extremely good friends.
They are. And they are both originally from England.
Yes, they are. And they are charming and they're so polite and sweet.
So imagine that your neighbor has a beautiful garden. And then imagine that you found out that she grew up in England and she learned gardening from her English grandmother, and that she was a very nice person, and she sat and talked to you about what she did and why she did it. And you will become a gardener too after you read Pam's book.
Yes, I met Pam. I'm trying to remember. I think I met her or got to know her well when we went to, it's just going out of my head, the Rose Parade. We did go to the Rose. Thank you. We went to Pasadena. And I remember that it was 106 degrees when we were in Pasadena. And we were in this one garden that was beautiful, but it was so hot. And so we sat in and had a cup of tea in the deal and really got to know each other. I've had dinner with Pam more than once. She's one of my favorite people.
We had dinner with Pam in Chicago.
We did. So maybe we met her before Pasadena. I now can't keep straight what year we went to which, because I also did garden bloggers. So I did garden writers gardens, and then I did garden bloggers, and sometimes they overlapped, and it's like, I don't know anymore.
Well, and here's the other thing. This book, in addition to having very great information and
beautiful photography.
Yes, Rob Cardillo, who's a famous garden photographer, he did all the pictures for this. And Pam lives in the Poconos of Pennsylvania. So anyway,
in fact, that's what her garden blog had to do with the Poconos. So
yes. And so she now is doing Substack.
Good for her.
So good
we should say that she's, how old is Pam now? Do we know?
I don't want to say, but I think she's older than you would think. And so she's
she's older than we are. We'll say that.
I believe that she is just if Pam listens to this and I got it wrong, she can smack me upside the head.
We're in big trouble.
I believe she's just a little older than 80. She's in her early 80s.
Early 80s. Yeah.
And so it was very exciting.
But you would never know it. I mean,
no.
She can go, and she's smart as a whip, and you would love reading this book. And it took a while to write.
Yeah, it did. And so that is one that we're very excited to have. The Contemporary Cottage Garden, Climate-Friendly Mindful Methods for Growing Flowers and Food by Pamela Hubbard. Comes out February 10th. If you listen to this, do pre-order it, either on Bookshop or Amazon. And here's the other thing. This is going to Garden Club in February. And a couple of the gardeners there have like cottage-style gardens. They're going to eat this up.
They are. It's beautiful. Okay, it's time for a quote.
Go for it.
Everybody needs beauty as well as bread, places to play in and pray in, where nature may heal and cheer and give strength to body and soul alike. John Muir. Hors d'oeuvre.
So I found an article popped up on the Spruce. It was like 8 trends you'll see in gardens in 2026. Yeah. So it's really 5 trends and 3 plants. And here's what they say we're going to see more of. Rainscaping. Okay.
What's rainscaping?
So
landscaping for when it rains?
Sometimes, and my youngest sister did this, where the downspout comes out. Like in my case, I had guys trench down and they pull the pipe all the way in the ground, and then out in the yard, there's a little pop-up drain that the water comes out of. Mm-hmm. Not a French drain. It's actually
because a French drain is what goes down into it.
There's a grate, and there's like a little pit, and it fills up, and the water comes out. What she did was she made like a rock area, so it flows down these rocks and creates like a little stream.
Right.
So that's the kind of thing where you sort of like do some landscaping so that the water can flow naturally and absorb into the ground. That's rainscaping.
Okay, cool. And the people make rain gardens, and that would be a form of rainscaping.
Yes.
Because rain gardens were a big deal a few years ago. Okay, and then pollinator gardens, big surprise there.
Not. Duh. Reduced lawn sizes.
Yeah, again, duh. Most of us want a smaller lawn, and that makes sense.
Natural looking retaining walls.
So not so many of the concrete retaining walls. I get it. Okay.
Yeah. And then what was the next one on the list? Because I'm going to give you
Native
another.
and indigenous plants.
Duh.
Duh. Very popular. I cannot put up a video on Instagram, and my Instagram videos go straight over to Facebook. There's a group of native plant enthusiasts. If
Uh-huh.
I ever mention a plant that is not native, they hone in on me. The good news is I get lots more plays this way because they're all mad at me. But that's
Yay.
okay. Yay. I make more money. So just be mad. I
Now,
like native plants. I really do.
now here's another surprise for you. This is another thing that popped up in one of my Google alerts.
Yeah.
And this was 8 outdated backyard trends that designers want you to abandon in 2026. And they actually quote some. So I'll just do a couple of these. And
I hear those. Yeah.
Okay. Over designed integrated fire pit features.
Yeah. I don't like those.
Those the gas powered ones, I don't like those either.
Yeah,
Pit
no, thank you.
tables.
No.
Outdated decking.
Yeah, I got that outside my window.
They want zone decking is in where you have separate areas for like eating, entertaining, lounging, etc.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
So overly manicured, flawless yards.
Yeah, nobody wants those anymore.
Nobody
Except
wants
men.
those. And that's our
Some
friend
men.
Sue Getz was the gardening expert that said we don't need those flawless yards anymore. Ornate and generic matching furniture sets, like you go to Costco and you buy a big set. That's over. Okay, here's the next one. Overuse string lights. People would string lights up all over their patios.
I do have a few string lights. I mean, just one. I have one set of string lights.
Dee.
But our friend Marianne would not like that because it can confuse the birds migrating or something.
Yes.
But you know what? I'm not too worried about it. I've got a lot of birds here. I'm good. All right, keep going.
And then they said sheds for socializing, to get rid of those. That, I think they said, stemmed from the pandemic when people put up sheds in their back.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I have a she shed, but it's not for socializing. Okay, and then you brought up these. What about raised bed vegetable gardens? Yeah, those are still cool.
Well, there's 2 more on this other list.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Outsized outdoor kitchens is out.
Thank God. Why do you need an outsized outdoor kitchen? Really?
You don't. And hardscape focused designs where like there's not many plants, but there's a lot of retaining walls and blah, blah, blah.
Nobody blah, blah, blah. Okay.
But now, go ahead.
You were saying, what about raised bed vegetable gardens? Yeah, they're still in.
Yeah. And I think we'll see more of those. And less use of pesticides in lawns. I think we'll see more of that.
Yeah, I think we'll see more of that, except for in tick-prone areas. Yeah. I think tick-prone areas, you're going to see more pesticide, which is too bad, but I don't know what you're supposed to do. And then, or you can have more trees, which I think trees are wonderful. And my Sango Kaku, I should have done that as my favorite. My Sango Kaku Japanese maple is so pretty right now in the snow. It's beautiful. So I'll take a picture of that for those.
Yeah, because Dee, we can change up and say that you changed your mind.
Or we can just say, I like it all. All right, moving on. You do the quote.
I'll do. May a thread of comfort be woven through your difficult days. Mary Ann Radmacher.
Rabbit holes. I'm trying to think if I have one. I mean, I decided I wanted some rose oil, and so I wanted it from Rosa Damascena, which is the Damascene rose. And so I found some. So that's my rabbit hole. I found some. And I talked to my esthetician about it, and she said there's actually even a more concentrated version, but it costs twice as much because rose oil is very expensive. And this is for facial oil. Okay, your turn.
So I did order more lavender soap from Dolly's Farm. It's already been shipped and arrived here in plenty of time.
I bought some too, but not from them.
Then
I need to buy lavender soap.
My rabbit hole was the lost lady of garden writing, Jessica Kerr. And she wrote
familiar.
She wrote a book called Shakespeare's Flowers. Just the one book. And it illustrated by Anne Ophelia Dowden, who I went nuts for her books last year after I read about all
Yes.
her botanical illustrations, which were
Sure.
amazing.
Yeah.
And so I just happened to buy Jessica Kerr's book. I didn't think anything of it. And then, so I went down a rabbit hole looking for her. Born in Ireland in 1901,
Wow.
married a U.S. shipping businessman in 1922, came to the United States.
Yep.
And the reason why she was interested in Shakespeare's flowers, do you want to
Why?
know? Well,
Yes. Why?
they lived all over the world, by the way, because he worked in the shipping industry. But anyway, when she
Right.
was in Connecticut, she was in a garden club,
Yeah.
and she had to bring topics of interest for the garden club members, and she didn't consider herself a great gardener. So she started bringing the stories of Shakespeare's flowers to a garden club.
Oh, cool. And then she turned it into a book. Smart girl.
Yeah, she turned it into a book, and she was in her
Kind of like
70s.
you
Yeah,
when
she
you
was in
turned
her
your first one
70s
into a
when she,
book.
you know what she studied in college, Dee?
I have no idea. What?
She went to the London College of Music or whatever that's called. She was a
Huh.
violinist before she
Wow.
got married and moved to the
So
United States.
it just goes to show that people who are gardeners are artists in many ways, right? And people who are
Exactly.
writers are artists. I mean, that it's that artistic bent that sometimes I used to paint, and sometimes people are like, "Oh, you should paint again." And I'm like, "Well, I paint with flowers."
Well, and then
Uh,
there were some other
it's more fun
books.
anyway.
I found an interview of her, and boy, when somebody writes a book, it's like every newspaper search just pulls up a review of the book. But I finally narrowed
Yeah.
down my search and figured somebody interviewed her when she was in Florida where she lived. She was also thinking about writing a book about coincidences that she had encountered through life. Isn't that
Like
interesting?
synchronicity and stuff. Interesting.
It never got written, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
I've looked and
Well, that's
looked,
okay.
but anyway, she was quite the rabbit hole.
So, our next section is a garden to visit. And we're keeping in Chicago, and we're doing the Chicago Botanic Garden. And there is an article out there somewhere on the internet, it might be in the Wayback Machine, that I wrote about the Chicago Botanic Garden. It was for Flower Magazine. And
That's going to be
Chicago,
tough to find.
yeah, it's going to be really tough to find. It may not, I mean, who knows? The Chicago Botanic Garden is like the big muscled cousin of the Lurie Garden. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. And you and I went
Oh,
there.
yeah, it was very beautiful. And one of the things that they have there is they do extensive trials of like perennials. So they'll do like
Mhm.
every single echinacea and then
They're
they will,
famous for that Baptisia trial and their Baptisia introductions too. So,
right. And so it's a good website to explore because they will tell you if you're thinking about adding baptisias, echinaceas, whatever they've trialed, at least for the Midwest, because they're in zone 5, they're north of Chicago, you probably have pretty good luck with the flowers that they had pretty good luck with.
I think so too. I've had some good luck with them too.
Anyway, we had a good time there. I remember they have some amazing plants there.
Yes, and it looks like we visited in 2000.
2010,
Yeah, I showed
9,
2009. Yeah,
2009.
yeah, 2009.
I think they also, some of our garden com colleagues have studied horticultural therapy. I think they have a horticultural therapy certification program. So it takes a couple
Yeah.
years. It's a pretty big deal to get that. And I think I read a story about how they work with veterans and people who have PTSD and they
Hmm.
come and they work in the garden and it kind of helps soothe them.
I love that.
So anyway,
That's
it's a
nice.
good place. And if you're up in that area, go ahead and go to the Chicago Botanic Garden. You'll enjoy
It
it.
suits me. I like to work in the garden.
Yeah, there you go.
I find it soothing.
Okay, so let's talk about what soothing garden commissions we have this week, and then we'll wrap it up.
Oh, sorry, I jumped ahead of our garden commissions
It's
because
I think
there
it's the
aren't
right order.
any.
It's the
There
right
aren't
order
any.
to do.
I can't do anything in the garden. I can just keep my pots watered inside the house and keep the birds fed. It's snowy.
Yeah, it's storm firm, survive it. I did make the very wise decision. I don't know if I said this at the beginning. I made the very wise decision to text a guy to come and clear the driveway at some point.
You didn't mention it. You talked to me about it before we started recording.
Anyway,
Very
so
wise. Yeah.
yes, I'm going to keep my microgreens going, water houseplants. I definitely need to update my seed starting list. I talked about that last week. I don't know why I was a lazy person and didn't do it. Just start making plans for seed starting. That's it. That's all I
will
got.
say the sun just came out here, so that's got to help your mood.
It's very bright here, but it's not. It's definitely snowing. There's a female cardinal out there.
Ours is blue skies.
And that huge red-headed woodpecker. Get off that thing. You're pecking at the plastic, you dumb bird. Anyway.
They aren't very smart.
Let's wrap this
thank
up.
them for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Garden Angelus, especially this week. We publish every week on Wednesdays at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Be sure and follow us on Apple Podcasts. Helps us get noticed by others.
If you subscribe to our Substack newsletter, you get a link to listen to the podcast a whole day early and links to products we discuss. Plus, go over to YouTube and see us in person. Today, I'm wearing periwinkle. Full episodes show up on Tuesday, so if you can't wait until Wednesday, you now have 2 ways to get episodes on Tuesdays.
And if you want to help support us, use our affiliate links. If you buy something after clicking through on them, we earn a small commission and it costs you nothing.
Or you can set up a monthly subscription through Buzzsprout or make a one-time donation through PayPal. You also have the option of pledging your support on Substack.
Thank you to everyone who has done so. It does help us pay for the podcast hosting.
It was lovely to chat with all of you over the garden gate this week. Bye until next week.
Bye, everybody.